How are you? Hope all of you are fine and safe at your home. Students, today we will start our next poem, poetry number 5, The Ball poem. This one is written by John Berman. Here students, this is a poem about a boy loses a ball. He is very upset. A ball doesn't cost much, nor is it difficult to buy another ball. Why then is the boy so upset? So read the poem to see what the poet thinks has been lost and what the boy has to learn from the experience of losing something. कि इस पोयम में एक लड़का है जिसने अपनी बॉल खो दी, तो उससे वो बहुत अपसेट है. वो बॉल जो है उसकी कॉस्ट भी ज़्यादा नहीं है और ना ही उस लड़के के लिए दूसरी बॉल खरीदना डिफ़िकल्ट है. तो क्यों जो है वो लड़का वो इतना अपसेट है? तो इस पोयम को रीड करेंगे और ये जानेंगे कि पोएट क्या सोचता है इस लॉस के बारे में और जो लड़का है वो क्या सीखता है अपने इस एक्सपीरियंस से कि जब कोई चीज हमारी खो जाती है. सो फर्स्ट आई रीड द पोयम फॉर यू. व्हाट इज द बॉय नाउ हु हैज लॉस्ट हिज बॉल? What is he to do? I saw it go, merely bouncing down the street and then merely over there it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grip fixes the boy. As he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went, I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless now. He senses first responsibility. In a world of possessions, people will take balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning, well behind his desperate eyes, the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. So this one is the poem, students. There are 4 stanzas of about 4 lines each. Now in the first 4 lines, the poem starts with poet looking at the boy who has lost his ball. The poet wants to know about him and his reaction after losing his ball. The poet himself saw the ball bouncing happily down the street and then falling into the water. The poet says that there is no use to tell the boy that there are other balls, because he would get many other balls, but he would never be able to get the lost ball and the memories associated with it. In next 5 lines, student, in these lines, the poet describes the condition of the boy after losing his ball. The boy feels very sad by the loss of his ball. He is standing like a statue at one place, shivering and staring down the ball, which symbolizes the memories of his young days. He is filled with sorrow and just keeps standing in the direction where his ball is going. The poet says that he would not interfere in the boy's thoughts, as he feels that through this experience the boy will learn the meaning of loss. The poet says that it is not worth to tell the boy that another ball can be bought for only a dime, because he was very attached to his lost ball, which was with him from his very childhood. Now the next 4 lines, from he senses to money is external. In these lines, the poet says that the boy is learning his first responsibility of taking care of his things and how to bear the loss of something in the world of possessions. The poet makes a broad statement that people will take balls and these balls will be lost. In the other words, the boy will keep losing things and would buy another one to replace the lost thing. but he would never be able to buy back that lost things and the memories associated with it. Money is external as it cannot buy memories nor can it replace the lost things. Now the last 4 lines, students. In these lines, the poet suggests that from the loss of the ball, the boy is learning the meaning of loss. He is also learning how to stand up from the loss. The poet says that knowing that every man has to stand up after such losses, the boy is too will learn how to stand up and leave the losses behind. He would have understood the true meaning and nature of loss. Now the poetic devices which used in the poem are repetition. Now there are repetition of words and phrases in the same line, like what, balls. Then next is alliteration, means repetition of initial consonant sounds in the same line. एक ही वर्ड का जो साउंड होता है उसका बार बार रिपीटिशन होना सेम लाइन में, लाइक वॉट का डब्लू, हु का डब्लू. देन बॉल, बाय अ बल, बॉल बैक, बी. Now and in this poem there is used metaphor, means comparison between two different objects without the use of comparison words. The lost ball here is a metaphor of the boy's childhood. Now the central idea of this poem is the poet John Behrman in this poem describes the grief of a boy over the loss of his ball. With that loss, he senses his first responsibility in a materialistic world. The poet suggests that the people whom we love and our material possessions will not be with us forever. One has to understand the nature of loss and learn to cope up with the loss. The child has to learn that loss is a part of everyday life and still life goes on. So here students, you have to read this poem once again and try to find the difficult words and their meanings with the help of dictionary and understood it.